Now I wonder, do you actually know what an L fence is for a table saw and what uses it has? Well, if you don't, you're in the right place. And if you already made a fence of that type, I do wonder if you know all the potential uses of it. So let me know down below in the comment section if you already got this type of a jig for your table saw and what do you actually use it for. Now this type of a jig is definitely not developed by myself. It existed for many years, and on the internet you will be able to see many takes on it, from very simple designs to really complicated ones. In my opinion, the simpler the better. If it's simple, there's a better chance for you to actually make it and use it as well. What materials I'm going to be using for my jig? Well, 12mm plywood in my case, and I do recommend something that is stable. It will not be affected by humidity change in your workshop, as we are going to be using the edge of our jig to actually guide our cut pieces, so it needs to be straight and remain straight. First of all, we're going to need to cut two pieces out of the plywood. First one will be 50mm wide and the other one 110mm wide. Now the sizes of these are really up to you. The total length of my plywood sheet is 600mm, and to be fair, that's absolutely perfect for the size of my table saw fence. In your case, you may need something that's a little bit longer or shorter, depending on the size of your table saw fence. Right then, so we've got our wider piece. This is the 110mm piece. Before we're actually gonna put our jig together, more or less like this, we're gonna create this type of a T-joint, okay? We need to cut out a few things here. We need to have some openings for our clamps, so we can actually clamp this to the table saw fence, and we need to cut out an opening in the middle here to actually move any offcuts. Okay, so that's what we're gonna sort out now. I'm gonna be using this 50mm hole saw to create two holes for our clamps, so I'm marking off the middle point at 35mm, and the distance from the edges to the middle point there, it's 10.5 cm. And let's cut out a hole. Now it's time to cut out the opening in the middle, and in my case that's 160mm wide and it's gonna be 60mm deep. If you want, you can actually square up the bottom of the circle. It's just going to be a little bit easier for the clamps to have proper base to hold on our jig. And there you go. And now simply we need to connect both of the pieces together and make sure everything's accurate. From one edge I'm just marking 20mm. First of all, a bit of wood glue, and to speed up the process, a dab of CA as well. And when the CA glue actually engages and catches both of the pieces, we're gonna reinforce everything with some screws. Just make sure everything aligns correctly. Use a square to make sure everything is nice and perfectly square, as that is very important. And essentially, well, our jig is now completed. Right then, with the jig finally completed, let me quickly show you how to set it up, and I'll give you a couple of examples of what you can actually use it for. The first job I'm gonna have for this jig is to actually get a nice and straight edge on this piece of timber. Now this jig is absolutely perfect for this purpose. If you do have, for example, a board with live edge, or you don't actually have a jointer, well, this will do the job perfectly. Let's set up the jig then. grab the material you're going to be cutting and then some sort of a spacer. In my case, that's 5mm plywood board. Put it on top just like so. And now offer our jig, rest it on top, and what you want to do is simply clamp it down. Now we need to raise the blade. Make sure it's about 2 to 3mm below our fence, okay? You don't want to damage the fence with the teeth of the blade. Now we need to make sure that the blade is flush with the side of our jig, of our fence, okay? So you can do it in a couple of ways. For example, grab a piece of timber, push the fence against the blade itself, and now see if the piece of timber is catching on the blade. Well, you need to pull the blade a little bit forward. You want the blade to be scratching slightly at the side of our piece of wood. However, you don't want to force the blade to be moving, okay? So you can do it like that, or grab yourself a square, find a tooth that is sticking this way, okay? As the teeth on my blade are going like that, okay? So I'm gonna find a tooth that is sticking this way. I'm gonna offer my square and then I'm gonna offer the fence to it. Okay, that's perfect, and I can lock it in place. Right, so this is the board that I want to have a nice straight edge. What you will need is a nice straight edge. In my case, I've got this spirit level that I'm gonna attach to my board. Now, there's a couple of ways you can do it. You can do it with double-sided tape, you can do it with hot glue. In my case, the oldest trick in the woodworking's book, painter's tape and a bit of CA. And leave it like that for a few seconds so the CA glue has got time to actually bond. And thanks to that, our blade will cut off the uneven edge. And check this out, we've got perfect straight edge on our board with no issues at all, and that's one perfect edge ready for a glue up. And from a safety perspective, well, check this out, the blade is actually under our fence, so your fingers are away from the blade as well. Another thing that this jig will help you is to create some tapered cuts. You can do it quickly and efficiently and safely as well. And there you have it, nice, quick and simple, perfect tapered cut, exactly what you need for your project. However, that's not all. Now, if you need to replicate some pieces for your furniture, for example a chair leg or anything like that, you can use a template to make those cuts really quick and simple. Check this out. And there you have it. How easy and quick was that? No issues at all, and you've got a perfect representation of your project. Absolutely brilliant. And there you have it, such a simple jig, but so many uses, and I bet you can find few more uses for this jig as well. For me, the joining absolutely brilliant, and I actually do have few templates that I want to try out and cut with that. If you want a solid tapering jig, tell you what, you cannot get any easier than this. However, if you want something a little bit more complex and robust with some super extra features, I do know a channel that made an absolutely fantastic jig. I'm going to link it down below in the description of this video. But hey, if you did enjoy today's video, drop me that like button down below, and if you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing. Now I just want to say a massive thank you to my Patreons for the ongoing support. And don't go just yet, I do have 2 playlists, plenty of fantastic videos already there. Click on them and maybe you'll find your next video to watch. For today that's all, thank you so much for watching, take care.